Thank you for staying with us. We appreciate your engagement in this conversation once again. We've been speaking with 5 Nigerian boys who've just been rescued and brought into Nigeria from Ghana, where they were trafficked under the guise of promising job opportunities. It is good to have you in here, gentlemen and ladies. Now, let me ask you, how did you end up getting a message out? You, Zil, help us. How did you get a message out which reached New Central eventually?
Firstly, when we got there, he seized our phones. He got, even my phone right now, he flashed it. I cannot get anything again. He flashed my phone totally. So I'm actually phoneless now. But when we got there, he took our SIMs, hid it away, destroyed our phones, and we thought about, this is not what we got ourselves into. This is not what we actually planned for ourselves to happen. Okay, let's find a way. So I got in touch with my friend Prince Okpara. So
how did you get in touch with Prince?
The Instagram he used, like he gave us to use to scam those people. He forced us to scam those people. I used that same Instagram to chat my friend, but while I'm doing that, I delete the message and actually tell him the times he need to text me and I will reply. So I actually told him the time range which I can reply. So I got to talk to him. He also got to talk to his sister and also his brother. So we got to talk to various people. So my friend asked me to, I said, okay, this is the way we're going to do it. I shared my location using Google Mail, using Gmail. I shared my location to him, and he forwarded it to my sister, and she also gave New Central the location, while he was directing and showing them how the house looked like, through text to his sister. So that's how we got ourselves out.
Okay, so let me ask you then, so what messages were you sending to your sister and your brother?
Okay, at first I was like trying if she should have any person who can come to Ghana and then rescue us. So I was sending her what does happen to us at that house, and then she said New Central came into the case, and then we should describe how the place looked like and the location. So with my friend here, because I do use PC, so the PC is having some issues. So I do log in my personal Instagram account first because I'm good at IT. So I do log in my personal Instagram as fast as I can and then chat her about what happened here and then tell her how I want to escape, run. Okay, after then I'll just log out and then delete all the chats, not allowing anyone, the chairman to know, even though where he sat close to me, so I don't allow him to know. Just my friend here know about it. So my sister here was telling me if there's any way I can escape. I said the place is too tight. No, we can't. So
did you at any point see anything like a gun, or is just cutlass? Or what else?
Cutlass and then a butcher knife.
A butcher knife?
Yes, in his room.
That's what you see. And those were the things you thought this guy could butcher you?
Yeah, he had a butcher knife.
So what's your sister's name? Your sister? Miracle. So Miracle, at what point did you get to see the Instagram message from your brother?
Okay, that was about a week after they left.
A week after they left?
Yes.
So for how long were you talking to them before they eventually showed up today?
Okay. Actually, he wasn't talking to me directly. He was commenting on my post, my past post. I do post about real estate, and so he was commenting. I opened my phone and saw notification. When I clicked on it, that comment it was not just an ordinary comment. It was like telling me a message. I was trying to track where it was coming from because the account was not their account, was not related to them. Well, I don't even really know how. I think they also sent a message that telling me who is chatting them, so I'll be aware. So if they send the message to me, they will tell me, don't chat me back, delete the message, don't chat me this time. They were sudden rules they were only allowed to chat me. I was not allowed to chat them. So they were also doing that for one of their friends. It was the friend that came to our house, and they gave the friends some information that the sister of Zeal used to get to the pastor and track News Central and the rest. So that was how we were communicating till he started using my Facebook account.
So who got the message across the News Central?
I think it was Ada.
Ada? Is Ada your sister? So she's the one that got a message across. Thank you very much, Miracle.
Well, not directly.
Okay.
According to what my mom told me, she got to inform her pastor where she attends her widows meeting. Like they have this church program organized for widows. So the pastor in charge actually knew. He said, according to what my mom told me, she said News Central actually came around their area. So he got their number from somebody. So he called the person to inform them. That is how they showed up.
Okay. Mommy, you're the one that called your pastor. Do you want to tell us how you got your pastor involved?
I went to Ogombo station. Then the woman that I used to take to Ogombo to have fellowship with me, she was blind. It's a blind woman. So she went alone, and the pastor started, what happened to Mama Ada? He said, look at what happened to Mama Ada, look at what happened to Mama Ada. So the pastor now shouted and said, okay, there's no problem. Then when I came back from Ogombo, I went to the woman. I said, did you tell the pastor? He said, yes. So he said, pastor said he will call he saw when pastor, I heard when pastor was calling somebody, from somebody to another person to call this new central. So that he said, the next week I went, he said, Mama, only pray, stop crying. You will see your son. They will come back. It was the News Central. I said, okay, that's how it is.
What's your relationship with Daniel's mom?
Okay, their mother is from my side.
Okay.
The same village.
You're all from the same village?
We are from the same local government.
Oh, the dad?
Same market, but their own mother from my own village.
Oh, their mother is from your village?
Yes. We are.
Okay. Yes. All right. So you want to come this way. And Daddy, at what point did you and Mommy realize that there was hope and that there was a way to find Daniel back?
When I came back and I heard that a news outlet came to our place, News Central, but I didn't see them and I didn't know Oga Marshall and all on them. I have not seen except today. I see him first. So then I began to develop hope. Since at first I was looking at it and said, well, let me see what's going to come out of this. I was working on my own way too. I was meeting my church, meeting my pastor to see what I can do. But all the same, everything was frustrating. So when I discovered what they are doing, they came to make some interview and and also they called back to follow up the matter. Then I began to develop hope that I have to rely on News Central. So that's how I start having hope. I will talk to my wife. Sometimes my house will turn to a mourning ground. We have passed a lot over these days. Everybody macheting. You can't eat food and the food will stay in your body because you keep receiving distress call, distress message. Sometimes messages, I want to commit suicide. My son will say, I want to kill myself, I want to die. The pain is unbearable.
Those were the messages you were getting
very
from
terrible
him?
Messages they have been saying, and not this thing getting not upset. So my wife will burst to cry, even though you carry food in your hand eating, even though you will drop the food and start crying. We have been praying, I've been doing all these things. So that's actually what happened, and I give God glory that today it become a reality that we can see their face again after so many days. So
what would you say to fathers? Because when I saw you and Daniel today, it seems like you guys are good together. What would you say to fathers about their sons?
A big, actually, I became ashamed of myself at the initial time. How will I not be ashamed of myself? When you'll be watching your child, a very talented young man, good footballing, have awards every time disturbing me. I want to go to football academy. I've even traced football academies that cannot pay the bill. And I become a disappointment to him. Anything he focused to do, I can't afford the bill. So I'm watching my child. At the time, it seems as if he withdraw some part of respect from me. What I will call him, he would turn like this. I understand the body language that because he see me as a disappointment. But he didn't know that it's because I can't meet up what he's demanding for. And he painted me in the mind. If I have been able to take care of him, he will not be able to do the kind of thing. I know that he will not. So I pray for fathers that God who gave us children will also give us money and the way to take care of them, because it's part of respect that our children will have for us. So God also will help us to take care of them and put eye on them, and we should not be far from our children so that all their secret they cannot hide it from us. So that's why.
Okay, so Daniel has been to secondary school. Do you remember whether he finished his GCSE?
Yes, sir. He made a very good credit in secondary school. Even we are trying to get him a school at the University of Calabar, that we are working for his admission.
You told me he passed all his papers in GCSE.
Sir?
Do you remember what he scored? He told me he passed all his papers.
Yeah.
He had very good results.
Yeah, he had a very good result.
He had very good results,
yes,
but you couldn't get him into university.
Yeah, we are kind of trying to get in this session now. We're kind of trying to move him to a university, though I doesn't have all the money, but I have the faith that I'm going to do it. Now,
he's been offered admission already into University of Calabar, and shortly before he left for the acting job, the admission, or rather shortly after he left, the admission offer came in. So there's currently an admission offer, which might have been late.
Oh, so the sister said, Miracle, you saw the admission letter? Was it, it was
on process.
It was on process, yes. That his
admission was on process.
Okay.
Him and Zeal has already gotten his own.
Oh, Zeal already have admission into university. Both of them told me they had very good grades. They told me about several credits, more than 6 credits, and they've done well with their GCSE. Huh?
He got A, B.
He got A and B.
Yes.
So he's an A-class student who ended up in this situation. Yes, so, Daddy, just final question for you. So now, what appeal would you make if you can find somebody to help you so that Daniel can have a better future? What help would you be seeking?
All is about, I think everything in this world is about money. It's about money. I don't think that's because what is just handicapping me is money. So that's all I have to go straight to. So
you have a very brilliant young man as your
very
son.
Very brilliant. Everybody knows.
He is an A-star student. A and B is what he has scored in practically all, and he's got admission being processed. But money is the trouble, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So if he can get a scholarship to go to university, you'll be a very happy man.
Yes, sir.
And I guess you go to church and do another round of Thanksgiving.
I'll be very, very grateful.
What about Zeal's mom? What will be, Miracle too.
I was just offered admission this week.
You were offered admission. What did you score in your GCSE?
ABC.
ABC?
Yes.
In how many papers did you do?
I did 9 papers.
9 papers. And you scored ABC in all 9.
Yes, sir.
There was no F?
No.
You didn't fill any paper?
I didn't fill any.
You passed all your 9 papers. And what do you want to study?
I wanted to study nursing, but I didn't meet up my cutoff mark, so I was to do physiology.
Physiology?
Yes, I was offered admission to do physiology.
Which university?
I was given admission at Unilag. but I rejected it because of the expenses.
How much was
I could not
Unilag?
afford it.
How much was Unilag?
The fees were about 400 and something thousand, minus accommodation and other expenses.
So by the time you look at accommodation and other expenses, you're definitely looking at 1 million plus.
So I thank God I switched to, I quickly did change of institution to another school.
Which school is
Federal
that?
University at Ebonyi, Funai.
Okay, Federal University at Ebonyi. Is Ebonyi cheaper? How much is the school fees in Ebonyi?
200 and for the school fee.
Unilag is 400 plus, 200 plus in Ebonyi. So that's almost half. And then the cost of living there is cheaper.
It's cheaper, but...
It's cheaper.
Yes, sir.
So the whole amount now, have you raised any part of that money?
I have been able to raise just half of it.
Half of it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so when we finish, let's see what we can do to see how we can help you raise the rest of it. Daddy wants to quickly add. What were you going to add?
You talk of the tuition. I think he didn't talk about the whole expenses in the university at Funai. Everything when we asked from that place, they almost 600,000 naira.
Plus the accommodation.
Yeah, accommodation.
But that is only for the first year.
Yeah, the first year.
Not, and then Daniel is still there. So we're looking at quite a substantial or reasonable amount of money that will sort out both of them. What about your younger brother? He's not out of secondary yet. He's not out yet. He dropped out. He couldn't even go and finish off his secondary school.
My mom was struggling to pay the bill. So it's
Struggling to
just my
pay his
sister.
own bill, so he's not
Just
being
my
able to
sister that
finish.
is in school now.
Okay, all right. So we have a whole family that Nigerians have to come to your aid. So, Mommy, your Zeal's mom. Zeal has just been given admission. And have you considered how you're going to sort out his school so that he doesn't end up looking for acting opportunity that will be promised in South Africa, but we end up in Ghana or somewhere else for another trouble?
Although he's a brilliant boy, very sharp, since he started school from kindergarten, he did not take second, first in everything, running, football, everything. But since when my husband died, it seems like things have changed. So I'm hoping that the pension they want to give my husband, they have not paid since then, so we are running about it. That's why I said you should look for a work, and when they pay, you will go before this thing comes out. So that is it. That is why he went and met with these people too. So I'm hoping that if I see anybody who can be able to help, I'd like him to.
How many kids have you got? Is he the only child?
No, two.
You got two?
Yes, my daughter is in the school.
Your daughter is in school.
Yes.
How old is that one?
It's December will make it. December 19 will make 21.
She will be 21 very soon.
Yes.
Okay.
So he's studying mass comm.
I just wanted to say, I wanted to become a petroleum engineer, but seeing the efforts of News Central, I also want to also pursue a career in mass comm also, to present like this and get involved in investigative matters and help people just like. But I'm not hoping for somebody to like fall victim to what I encounter, but I'm hoping that I could help people if they might fall victim to that. So I also want to say a big thank you to News Central, and thank you to my parents because they tried, to our parents because they tried for us, and I know it's not easy because we went out there to see for ourselves that things aren't easy. Even when I was working, I come home every day. I work 24 hours a day. At my age, I work 24 hours a day. Come home every day to cry to my mom. Mom keeps consoling me. Even at the end of the day, they might cut my salary. I not earn the full salary itself. So the struggle, I know the struggle is.
They were cutting your salary where you were working at the hotel.
Over little thing, they will just say, oh, they will charge you this, they will charge you this, they will charge you. Even
And how much was your salary?
It's 60,000.
And then sometimes how much do you go home with?
I don't earn more than 30,000 naira.
Every month
Yes.
they take one
I worked for
reading.
2 months there, yes.
2 months.
Yes.
But that was the same place where you met with Ricky, who's also known as Mayor, also known as
Yes.
Daniel. So that's your own word. We pray that by the grace of God, you will find a helper and that you'll be able to go to school. And I think I've just assigned Marshall with immediate effect to be your mentor since you want to go into investigative journalism.
pleasure, sir.
With all pleasure. So that's your mentor. You will keep in touch with him. We'll find ways to support you and to assist you.
Thank you, sir.
So we're praying you'll be an investigative journalist that will be winning awards. So your own final word, young man, Daniel. What's your heart cry? What do you want to say to the world about your experience?
Well, I want to say a big thank you to New Central for coming to my rescue, and then for others, because without us bringing or trying to attract New Central to our rescue, them they can't find their way, because at that point in time they were frustrated. Everyone was just crying, no one to take the first step, and then the others follow. So I felt, okay, let me do this thing for the others. And so I'll say a big thank you. And shortly I want to say I'm a multi-talented guy. At a tender age, I draw, and then sell my art. But the economy of Nigeria and everything became very hard for me, even to buy the material. Then I used to make my artwork, because I paint, I draw, I do art crafts, and then the rest of them. So I would say I'm discouraged. I was discouraged entirely at age 13. I didn't say I should draw this thing then. Because I'm a multi-talented guy, anything I put my hand, I become perfect in that thing. No matter the nature of the thing anyway, if I put my hand, I became perfect. I don't know whether it's the talent God puts in me. So I said I pursued the career of football. So I play, as my dad said, I play football in different clubs, hoping one day I'll make it to an academy and then get a bright future in football.
Word of encouragement, young man. You're only 17 now, going to 18, so you'll be fine. You're still very young. Do you know of a footballer called Didier Drogba?
Yeah.
In Chelsea?
Yes, sir.
He was way older than you before he got discovered. He was playing consistently for many years before eventually Drogba got discovered. He was over 20 and he still lasted, and he's still doing some great things in the world of football. If you watch Ballon d'Or this year, he was one of those who was there. Yeah. So he's now a big guy, but you still have some years ahead of you. So don't worry, you'll get discovered. I wish you the very best. Well done. Your final word, Ezekiel, we have to wrap up. You are how old now?
I'm 24.
You're 24.
Yeah, August 18 make me 24 years.
What is your ambition? What do you desire to do with the rest of your life? Because you still have 100 years ahead of you. What do you want to do with that 100 years?
Although I have more, but because of money, I drop out. I wanted to be a doctor, but because of money, I drop out. Even Navy, when I bought the form, everything was because of money. I dropped out. So I ended learning training.
What did you learn? Babbing?
Babbing, yeah.
Okay.
So that I'll be able to sustain myself well with my family.
You were working in a barbing salon?
I don't have a shop. I was working with someone.
You were working with someone?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you get a shop and you get to establish yourself, then would you want to get your education back on track?
Definitely.
Okay, thank you. What about you, Bright?
No, in my school, I went to primary, secondary, and up to junior secondary school. Then after writing my junior work, because I lost my mom when I was 12 years old, and it became a struggle for us. I and my senior brother, we have to work very hard to pay my school fee and his own school fee with my youngest brothers on. And I was like, it is too hard for me. Even when I left Ebonyi State to Kogi, when I stayed in local, it was very hard for me. I had to work I do night shift, then I go to school by the daytime. It was very tough for me. I had this dream of becoming a doctor, but because of the difficulty in meeting up, I had no time to study, and science course needs quality time to study. Along the line, I had no money. After I wrote my junior work, I struggled to pay for my junior work. I had nobody to help me. Then I dropped out and I started working.
Okay. All right. So you're looking for money to complete your education. You're 20 years old. You've done junior WAEC.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you're waiting to get a chance to do the SSS and get your WAEC and GCSE,
Yes, sir.
and hopefully go to university.
Yes.
And you said you would like to study medicine.
Yeah, but
But
after
if
I
not-
changed my mind, then I've totally lost interest in anything science course. Now I focus on art course. That is, I just want to study English and literature.
You just want to study English and
Yes.
literature. Okay, so the last man standing, that will be Victor. Victor, I told you earlier this morning, I said you're 20-year-old that look like a very matured man. You're big, you're strong, you're capable, and you're very interesting. I like the way you describe everything that happened to you, and you have a good sense of humor. You made everybody laugh here, and I'm sure you were making them laugh while they were crying. He's the one that encouraged all of you in the morning. So maybe I will beg my friend Ali Baba, I'm calling him out, that Ali Baba, you've mentored a lot of people. He has to mentor you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, we will see if we can beg Ali Baba or any of the other comedians. We'll ask them if they can mentor you. I know a few of them, and we'll see what they can do. But in terms of education, what would you like to study?
Sir, just handwork.
Just handwork.
Yes.
You like to use your hand.
Yes.
We haven't heard from you. What will be your own word? What are you going to say about your son and about the rest of the family, and what will be your advice to mothers?
Actually, sir, the only advice I want to give to them is that they should be obedient to their parents. I believe that there's no parent that would like his child to go a way that he doesn't want that child to go. Every parent loves his children, and they want to teach them more in the area of the things of God, you know. So the advice I'm trying to give to them, that they should, whenever their parents talk to them or want to tell them things that they're supposed to do as a child, they should quickly obey their parents and listen what their parents is telling them. Although when all this is happening, we parents, we are not aware of it. Be that all the process, all the things they have gone through, we don't know about it. Even as they explain it here, I'm very, very shocked by hearing all these things from them. But I really thank God for News Central. God used them wonderfully to rescue these children. We really appreciate them.
All right. Okay. So, yes, it's a place you may sit. One word from one of the uncles.
Thank you very much, CSP. I bless you the name of the Lord upon your head. I just want to appreciate News Central. Am I correct? I never knew something like this exists. You people have made me think so much in this country, and I will owe you people appreciation, because I never believed something like this. I try to use my personal security I use for myself in this. I didn't believe all this. When he was calling me, I gave him serious headache. I know, starting from Ghana. I think he was in Ghana when he called me the first time. So I followed it. I said, this can't be true. Until when I sleep and wake up this morning, and I said, let me give it a try. When he picked me from that gate, I look at him. If you notice it, I allow you to move front. I weigh you, I say, Jesus, can this kind of people exist? I love what you people are doing, man. My God bless you.
Amen. Thank you. So on that note, I want to say thank you, gentlemen and women, for joining us. It's been great having these 5 young men between the ages of 17, 18 to 24, which is your age. They're still very young. They have a whole life ahead of them. Their parents are here. Some of them, their parents are not, just their uncles. We look forward to seeing you boys do some great things in the fields of your choice, and we hope that you're able to be an advocate for young boys to tread carefully in their search for a better future. I'm hoping that we can bring you back on a number of our programs to have conversation and talk to other young people and let them know that whatever you're searching for, you can find in this country, and you can do it without having to get yourself into the hands of those who will lure you into committing crimes or into being in the kind of trouble that puts your lives in danger.